Hello. Um, I wanted to have a chat today in the forest about something that people have been asking me in general. What's wrong with my photographs? Why aren't my photographs as good as I think they should be? And one of the things that I've done over the years is I've tried to improve the process that I go through when I'm taking the shots. And it doesn't matter whether it's shots in the forest or whether it's a big landscape or whether it's a macro, the process itself is very, very similar. And today I'm going to go through the process that I go through step by step to show you how I'm getting consistent results. I'm getting consistently technically good photographs because I go through these steps. And if you follow these steps, there's no reason why you can't get good results. And if you follow them consistently, there's no reason why you can't get consistently good results. Okay, so I've just been walking along the path and I think I've found my first subject. And basically what I'll do is I'll take the camera, I'll take the lens that I think I'm going to use. I'll use a lens hood today. There is some sunshine. So I'll take the camera that I think I'm going to use and I will walk around what is going to be my subject, looking through the camera to get perspective, see what angles I can use, see what works, see what doesn't work. So that would be the first step. Right now I'm pretty sure I'm going to be shooting from low down because the angle from above is just not going to work. The idea will be to get the focus on the tree, on the big tree, the main stem, and the little tree growing beside it. Just a little juxtaposition, the small pine growing right next to the big pine. And from where I'm standing, I think a lower viewpoint would work really well. However, I would like to separate it from the background. So the background is pretty close. So it might be better to shoot it from the other side. So I'll go back there, have a look around and make the decision as to where I'm going to take the photograph. I would then make a decision on what lens I'm going to use. And then when I've decided on that, I will then start setting up the camera. So let me have a look around, look through the camera, see what it looks like. Okay, so I looked at it from the other side and I've made the decision that this side is much nicer. It's a bit messy back there. This is a much cleaner shot. The foreground is much tidier, and what I'll do is I'll shoot from further back. I'll use a longer lens, probably 70 to 200, maybe around 150 millimeters, and I'll get some separation between this and the background. So I'll get my camera on the tripod and start setting up the shot. Okay, so I'm going to start setting up my camera. I'll change lenses quickly. And as I said, I'll use a longer lens. And I'll go with the 70 to 200. And the Sony is notoriously bad for getting dust and stuff in the on the sensor, so I tend to just blow stuff away. And always hold the camera so that if you blow anything it falls out of the camera. It's at this point I'll then take a test shot. And I will use, if you have one, use a cable release or a remote to take the shot, because then you know that you're not going to take, you're not going to disturb the camera by taking the shot. Okay, you then review the shot, check the histogram. There is a few tiny highlights that are overexposed, but they're so small that you'll never really notice it in the final shot. So in actual fact, I'm quite happy with this. I don't need to take another shot. I could take another shot at f8, f11, f16 and compare the different backgrounds, but I'm quite happy with this. So I'm good with this, and that's my process. I'll go through that with pretty much every shot. If you're using a tripod and you're outdoors, try and get a tripod with spikes on the feet. Make sure that it's like solid in the ground, it's not shaking, it's not vibrating. Okay, so let me just check that again. Another thing you might want to do is you might want to make sure that when you're taking the shot it's in RAW as opposed to JPEG, because you'll get the most information on the file and your editing will be easier. Okay, so quite happy with that. We'll move on to the next subject. However, before I move on, I will take the camera off the tripod, and because you don't want to be walking around with the tripod. If you walk around with the camera on the tripod, you're less likely, you'll plonk the tripod down and you're less likely to move around the subject and get a different field of view, a different composition. Okay, so I'm back at home, and I did manage to get a couple of nice shots. However, the idea for this video was to show that if you have a process and that process gives you good results and you consistently stick with that process, then you will consistently get good results. If you stick to these things consistently, you'll get good results consistently, and that will help you in your general photography. Now, if you found this video helpful, please like, leave a comment, and if you feel like it, subscribe also. Thanks very much. Till next time, bye bye.